I hope they chill out. But here's a one from short, two short long dogs. Thanks for the £2. Thoughts on Will Ospreay? Grillo, clean your camera. I met Will Ospreay once, and he was a bloody nice bloke. Anybody else get Will Ospreay comments?
No.
No.
What about you, Schmuel?
Not at all.
No, don't clean your camera. All right, hang on. Let me back this up.
Is my camera fucked up? I don't know.
They're massive.
It might be the lighting. Hold on a second.
No, your camera's fine.
Fine, you're fine.
Does that help a little bit?
Let's back. If we were going to talk about the Opie and Anthony feud, we'd be here all night. But I want to back this up. So I was there, mid 05 to about the early part of 06. So I saw maybe a different Howard that you saw. I saw Howard as a little weirder. I think he was a little more not as approachable. And this was now, way after he would have put a gag order on Opie and Anthony. And, there was a lot more just you not being able to access him as much, it was him being ushered into places. And I worked in the office that was in his apartment building, and I didn't even really have that much interaction with him. So when you saw something like that and you saw such a change in him, did you see access to him being limited as well around that point too?
Well, there was never really access to him when I was there. You know what I'm saying? He was like, there was only a few people like me or Gary or Fred and Jackie, Robin, maybe Tom Chiasano. There wasn't much access to him ever. Like he was definitely a shy, awkward guy off the air. He was always like that. I never saw any different than that. I don't know. Maybe the more money he made, maybe he got a little crazier. I always say the story, like Benji. There was always interns that wanted to. I wanted to be there and just be a part of it. I really was more like wanted to be like a producer and a writer or whatever. I saw that as an opportunity, but I was thrust on air because I had no choice, and it was fun to be kind of famous and be on the air, but it was never easy. But there was always interns that would come on, and they were there for the semester, and they wanted to make their mark. They wanted to get on camera or on the radio with Howard, and they would come up with like stupid stints. And my favorite of all time was I never get angry at that. I'm like, you're here, just it's a privilege. It's for your resume. Just go through it and leave. And some of these people would come up with some shit, but the one person that came up with something that was absolutely ridiculous, and I thought I had to accept that it was funny, was one day I was walking Howard down, and he touched this one intern on the shoulder, and he goes, "Thank you very much. I appreciate your help." And then we left, and that intern the next morning goes, "I had chronic shoulder problems my whole life, and when Howard touched me, I could never move my shoulder like this." And you know who that intern was? Fucking Benji. And I had to reluctantly go into the studio and tell Howard, "Yo, this idiot outside said you cured his like chronic shoulder pain. You got to get him in here, man." And that was just the start of Benji's career.
Benji's a fucking I never liked him. Here's a comment by Six String Man, and this is about Stern, which leads into my next question. Now Howard sees a YouTube comment, gets triggered, and goes censorship crazy, but that's what I'd love to know is, have you received any form of blowback from the book Grillo Parts, which is out right now?
On Amazon, thank you very much. Not yet. It's only been like a couple of days. They can try and find an NDA that I never signed, because guess who was in charge of getting everybody to sign the NDA? I never signed anything, so they can try to find that. And every story I ever told in the book is traceable, because guess what? My writing partner, Jason, is methodical about going back. He traced every story I ever told, and he was like, "Bro, not only is it accurate, but you were fucking word for word accurate." And I couldn't tell you what I did yesterday, but I can tell you right now that book is traceable, and go ahead and try to find something.
I always thought that an NDA was when Robin Quivers hired a district attorney, but I'm just saying, hey-oh!
Oh!
But I've actually got a drop for that there. Where is it? Oh, you fucker. I had it lined up. Oh,
I want to sit here and spout about black people.
Wait, hold on a second. So wait, this is the truth. This is 100% true story. So you saw the clip of that Anthony put out yesterday was about me and him sort of bashing Bill Burr, and
yeah.
I literally said I sent that clip out to everybody, and I went and I was waiting for my friend outside his apartment, and who comes walking by is Bill Burr. And I was like, "Yo, dude, we have to take a picture right now." I was like, "I don't." He doesn't. I had no idea that I was literally sending out that clip all day long about bashing him, and he sat there and smiled and took a picture with me.
I wonder if Jim Florentine and Bill Burr ever share photographs of really hot chicks.
Well, yeah, I can picture them scissoring for some reason. I don't know.
Jesus Christ! But a stern question is. For you, Grillo, what was the exact moment you felt that the Howard Stern show jumped the shark? Because for me, it was when they had Metallica on, and it was the laziest interview for any band I've ever heard. Where Stern was like, "What was it like for you when Enter Sandman was a hit? Did you enjoy that?" It's just like, no, they hated having a massive hit single that turned them into a stadium act. You big nose fucking dickhead. and just earlier this week he had Seth Rogen on, and Stern
for the 30th time, like.
Yeah, and Stern broke new ground, and he's like, "When you smoke weed, do you enjoy it?" And it's like, you fucking fucker. Like, this is that's what killed the show for me. But for you, Grillo, when do you think that Stern jumped the shark?
The moment I heard him tell Ellen DeGeneres that he really likes watching her dance on the show,
I'm
like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Or now he's friends with Rosie O'Donnell. Does she live down the block from you? Oh no, she's in Galway, right?
That fat bitch. We were told we were getting Artie Lang. That's what it said in the order, and then she turns up and we go, yeah.
Yeah, no, good. Conor McGregor said that the whole country's fucking tilted to one side now. That fat cow.
Yeah, we thought it smelt before. Then she brings her through customs. She's awful.
She smells worse than a sheep.
Yeah, her legs are the most dangerous divide in Ireland since Catholics versus Protestants. She is bad news. But what about you, Schmuel? Baby Cakes sitting there dressed like a rapper. When do you think Stern officially jumped the shark?
He lost me when a long time ago. With the O&A feud, because that's when he jumped it with me, because it was like, oh wait, this guy's been peddling this free speech and all this other bullshit for years.
Peddling, trying that's a low. He wasn't peddling it. He fucking lived it. Sorry.
Right, and now it's I'm going to censor these other guys, and there were other stories of him doing that, and it was just I couldn't listen. It was just it got tiring after a while. It became the same thing, like day after day after day.
And just before you go there, Chadster, when do you think Stern jumped the shark, baby?
I completely agree with Grillo. It was Ellen whenever Ellen first appeared and when said about that, right there with it, because there was a time where it started to get good again on Sirius, and they were having some amazing shows. Like I always go back to the Charlie Sheen era when Charlie Sheen was going through that tailspin. Those shows, if you go back and listen to them, were out of this world good. But then it just jumped right off. And then I went back and listened during COVID, and it is some of the worst radio I have ever heard in my life. So, yeah, I'm literally in agreement with Grillo on that one.
You know what's sad is I spoke to somebody today, and I didn't realize this person was like that involved in the show. Like they reached out, they finished reading my book, and they called me to tell me how great it was, and it was really nice. They were like, I think probably when he jumped the shark, which makes me think of it right now, is the fact that when he started cutting off guests like Gilbert Gottfried. My buddy was friends with Gilbert, and I didn't realize that. And Gilbert was like extremely upset. But when you start cutting off the cutting edge comics that you had on there that were like your best friends that help you get to where you fucking were, and you turn your back on them, that makes you a fucking scumbag. Sorry.
Yeah,
Agreed.
there's a classic bit where the show inside the actor's studio was popular. So they then started doing the 10 questions of Bernard Pivot with Gilbert and Artie, and you can guess what their favorite word was. And they said, and you can just hear Stone going, "Oh, you can't say that. There's people out there that will get offended." It's like, no, you just want to get on fucking American Idol and suck Simon Cowell's dick or take selfies with fucking Randy Jackson, who, to be fair, I like. I'm a big Foreigner fan. The band, not the people. They can go away.
Or you can stare at fucking Heidi Klum's tits all night too. That's pretty cool.
She wouldn't be on my list, I gotta be honest with you.
But she does have a nice rack, though. Come on now.
But with that's kind of sexist. I'm more of a fart box type of. I like a her with a nice mud hut. Her breasts.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, my fart box is out of here. Eyes Up Here, Tuesday and Thursday on iHeartRadio, YouTube, Queen of Extreme, Francine, ECW, Eyes Up Here. Thanks a lot, Hughezy. Grillo, my pleasure. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure, dude. Seriously, thank you much respect.
Take care.
Take care, Chad.
See you later. Nice to meet you too.
Hey, Grillo, can I ask you? When do you think that Howard was talked into changing, or he wanted to change? Was he ever, going back to the original question? Like, do you think he was always this guy that he is today, and he hid that, or did somebody convince him to become something else?
I'm gonna go like a typical Democrat. I'm gonna ask a question with a question. What was the one factor that had him change? Was he married to Allison or was he married to Beth?
Oh, he was married. He had married Beth.
He was married to Allison. He didn't give a fuck when he got married to Beth. Think about it.
Why do you think that is? Because I've also got to jump in and say that I think
You know what this? You know what this is? That's a vagina.
Yeah. But I don't think Stern bangs her. I also think that Beth is unattractive. There you go.
And she's not a nice person. Every
she's
time just like I've met her like a couple of times, and every single time I met her, she is just a fucking stuck up, lousy, smelly, stinking. Like she's just not nice. She's worse than Rosie O'Donnell. I bet Rosie O'Donnell's vagina smells better than fucking hers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you know that Rosie O'Donnell's smelled so bad that when the Pope came to Dublin, he drove past her house and he goes, "Fuck me, smell her." You know?
oh yeah, I used to call Rosie O'Donnell Pumpkinhead. Remember that? That pumpkin-headed bitch. And that's how Trump picked up on bashing her, because Howard was bashing her.
The actor?
The actor Donald Trump?
Yeah, from the great Home Alone 2.
Yes, the one who fucking directed Macaulay Culkin in the lobby of the Plaza Hotel.
Listen, that's the best part of that film. That guy was not only given directions to that sexy young boy, he also looked after him to make sure he went the right way. That's what I would vote for.
A little pat on the bottom, maybe. You know?
Yeah. He goes, down the hall, to the left, bend over, take your shirt off, show me your boobies.
Yeah. You know? It's what happens when things go down. Just relax. What you need to do is relax.
Do you like ice cream? Do you like nuts? I'll put my nuts in your fucking mouth when you eat ice cream, eh? My hotel, my rules. Fuck you.
By the way, Kevin McAllister's mother was a prostitute. That's why she had that house. She had 5 kids with fucking different colored hair each. You could afford that fucking house. She was a hooer.
Hey, listen, everybody's got to make a living, man. Come on now.
I hope they kept the receipt.
You don't pay for sex, you pay them to leave.
Oh! But yeah, but with Stern and this whole Beth thing, I think she has some type of dirt on him, and I think that. Oh.
Look, let's understand something, and I've heard this from more than one person. The moment that Ralph passed away, for what I understand, okay, that Beth had to leave the apartment and go to Ralph's and somehow or another clear out his apartment.
Well, I heard that Ralph had
Did
a
you
jar.
did you hear that though? I just kind of heard that from recently from like a couple people that I know from back in the day. Like the moment when they found out Ralph passed away, Beth went in the middle of the night and had to clear out Ralph's apartment or had to go find something.
Well, I thought it was because she had to surgically remove Ralph's lips from Stern's arse.
Oh no, or it could have been his foreskin from the circumcision that Howard gave him while he bit his shit off. I don't know.
Do you
Evidence
think
of the
there
hair
was?
weave.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Mr. Dabbleverse on the bottom of your name is Shmuel.
Schmuel, yeah.
Shmuel Schmazel, Hots and Pepper Incorporated.
Yeah.
No offense, the jokes here, but no. Did you hear that?
No,
That-
I didn't, but I would assume it had to do with Howard's hair.
Yeah.
That he, I mean, the guy's
there
what,
was some-
73 years old. He's got perfectly black hair. It's perfectly styled. There's no way that it's not fake, and he doesn't. want people to know it.
I think that's the same wig that they used from Private Parts, and they just trimmed it down.
I'm just saying that Private Parts has been ruined for me because I used to love that film, and the fact that he didn't wear fucking Jenna Jameson's ankles like a pair of Beats headphones, it's like no. Why'd you not do it? That'd be like going to a private party with Keith Richards and Mick Jagger, and Keith Richards gets out the guitar and he goes, "Any requests?" And you go, "Nah." It's like you don't want to hear any Rolling Stones songs. You're having a drink, and you go, "Ah, fucking don't worry about it." It's like no, you do it. You say, play Monkey Man," and it's like you go, "Hey Jenna, you want to suck my cock?" And she probably would have sucked it. Why don't you treat my cock like it's on the fucking lunch table on the movie set, whore?
Oh, it's Keith Richards and the Rolling Stones. Did I miss that?
Yeah, he plays the guitar for them. He's a good kid. I see a lot of potential in the Rolling Stones. Trust me.
Yeah. They'll never make it. They'll never make it.
I don't know if they can get their song on a really hit film. Like if they did like Fast and Furious 11, we may see some Rolling Stone.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my God! Yeah, can I do breaking news on your show?
Yes.
Is that cool? Yeah, it's almost official, like almost like this close to a press release. Gorilla Parts the musical. We found the theater. We got some backing. It's gonna be Gorilla Parts the musical. We got some old cast members from the show that are in contract negotiations right now. So we're gonna do Gorilla Parts the musical. So we got a theater on 46th Street. I got at least 2 big investors. I got 2 music choreographers. Jason Hughezy, I wrote the book with, and my friend Ron Barber. The director, that's another person who's in the contract negotiation. I'm not going to say it's Casey Armstrong, but yeah, there's a lot of going on with the Gorilla Parts the musical.
Did you say James Cameron?
No. I know. Just a lot of former cast, Stern cast members, or if you want to call them that, or employees. A lot of people from like Howard Stern TV and stuff like that. They're all on board, and they're all like gonna have special roles in Gorilla Parts the musical. That's the book is available on Amazon right now.
Is Stutter and John going to be involved?
No. I'm sorry. He's just too confrontational. He just likes to get in fights with everybody, and I don't need that kind of like tension on the set. It's going to be very, very intense. There's going to be a really dark scene with the guys in the car with the shotgun. When I saved Howard's life. There's going to be a big scene where I get beat up by Spike Lee's bodyguards. I'm not sure who's going to play younger me because I'm just too old and chubby and I can't sing. But there's a lot of cast people that there's a long list, and we're talking to everybody. There's going to be someone playing Howard and Robin and Gary. I think we're just going to hire a monkey, which would probably be cheaper. So
you talk about Robin or Gary?
Everybody. Oh Jesus, no, I did not. You did. Okay, you fuck.
I'm just trying to clarify what you said. You Irish people are bigots.
Oh, for fuck's sake, shut your mouth.
But I think if you could, you should get Stutter and John to play Robin Quivers.
Yeah, he'd be good at that because they both like to fucking yap their mouth.
No, you should actually get a shit to play Stutter and John.
it's so messed up. I looked up to him my whole time I was there, and he just treated me like shit. And then years later, now he wants to be my friend, and then tells me I'm not allowed to go on Shuli's show. I'm like, who are you to tell me I'm not allowed to do anything? And I went on Shuli's show, and I actually defended him, and I still got fucking threatened. It's not like it's just like you're dealing with someone like with me and you, say on the air right now. Like he's going to take the fucking fight to the street, and it doesn't just end on the air. It's like you got to deal with it on and off, and I just don't want to deal with that. Like, stop, why are you fucking fighting with everybody? Like, what's your problem, dude?
Yeah, no, his problem is he's had a severe midlife crisis, and he can't handle the fact that people age and don't want to go drinking all day, every day, and he hates that people don't want to do drugs still, and he hates the fact that he's having to dye his hair. So every time he dyes his hair, he breaks a little more, and he wants to, I can fucking still fight anybody, come on! And it's like, okay, we'll fight that guy. No. It's like, well, I'll take anybody's ass.
Dude, you know the torture? Forget about the torture I had on the air with Howard about losing my hair. The torture I had in the back office was from the moment I got there. Like, look, Grill, let me look at your hair. Look at that. Look. Oh, it's going back. It's going back. Look. Howard had the right to make fun of me. He didn't, and I got tortured relentlessly from the moment I got there to the moment he left.
How long did you guys work for Stern and not get paid?
I illegally worked from 1991 to almost 1997 until Tom Giussano at one point realized that I wasn't getting credit at school anymore, and he realized that if I went to like the authorities or I had an attorney and I would have sued, that WXRK would have like had a really hard a big problem on their hand, and that he was the one that would have fucking taken the fall for it. Yeah, when he realized that, no, he shouldn't. He's the talent. That's not his job. It's Tom Giussano's job to take care of shit like that or to be aware of it. And Tom didn't, and he let it go for almost 7 years. And if I had the balls, the whereabouts to fucking turn them in and sue them, Tom would have lost his job.
But Howard micromanaged every aspect of the show.
Nah, no. What does he know? Why does he know? Why should he know if I go to school and get credit to be there? That's not his job. His job is talent. Maybe Gary, or maybe whoever was like the office manager at that point. But there was no line of communication. You don't understand. This shit was improv from day one. I was there, and it blew up right in front of my face, and I was happy to be there. It was amazing.
Well, if you want to talk about talent, and this goes back to Stern's incredible interview skills, there's an actor called Robert Downey Jr. Have you ever heard of him?
A wee bit, lad.
He's a good egg, and he played a role of Iron Man in one film.
Wait, hold on. My ex-girlfriend's husband wrote Iron Man.
She got fucking big milk.
She was in Private Parts. If you watch Private Parts, her name is Julie Gorkowski, and I love her and her husband. They got 3 wonderful kids. We're still really close. So when he was in Detroit, and she had the cowboy hat on, and he decided, when they changed she played Patricia Fonfaro. And we met on the set of Private Parts, and we fell in love. And that's when I was moving out to LA. When I left the show, I was moving out with her. And then when I came back to get all my shit, I realized I was too much in love with New York. I was much more in love with New York than I was with her, and I stayed. And we parted ways, but she married Mark Fergus. Mark Fergus and Hawk Owensby wrote Iron Man, and they wrote Cowboys and Aliens. They wrote The Expanse. And luckily, they almost lost their house in L.A., but they didn't. But
she didn't sleep with Adam Sandler, did she?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Not when I was with her. I kept that girl occupied. I kept that girl occupied.
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hughezy.
No. It's all about you, big head.
Was Stern disappointed in the performance of Private Parts? How it was received?
I can't say. I can't actually say yes or no. I was. I really thought it was gonna $43 million the first weekend is great for any film. I thought it was going to be like 100 or 200. Nobody was stampeding towards the fucking theater, which probably has a lot to say about Middle America or whatever. 43 opening weekend, that's respectable. But I thought it was going to be a lot better. And it was kind of like, and the number is, oh, 43.
But
That's
I
not
remember
cool.
when that film came out, because he was really popular over here because we, up until quite recently, still had like top 40 fucking shit radio, and he's getting Hers on, and he's getting like great rock stars and actors on. Like fucking ACDC was in Private Parts and Ozzy Osbourne,
Right.
and
Uh,
still you get to see Jenna Jameson's. Everybody likes to see that thing. But back to the Downey Jr. thing. So he has Downey Jr. on, and he goes, what was it like when Iron Man was a hit? Did that feel good? And it's like no. He probably hated the concept of making $75 million a film, you fucking Paul Stanley dickhead. And that is why I think the interviews jumped the shark. Let's get Bradley Cooper on 4 times a month going, oh, Bradley, do you think there'll be a Hangover 4? Like, nobody wants Hangover 4. Even Bradley Cooper's accountant is going, don't make that shit. Nobody gives a fuck.
yeah. Well, if you ever want to see Paul Rudd or anybody, we go to a bar on 9th Avenue, McCoy's. Every Tuesday night, they have a high-stake poker game. John Hamm, Paul Rudd. It's called McCoy's. You go there. You want to fucking meet any big celebrities. That might see. What's his name there as well. But 9th Avenue, McCoy's goes every Tuesday.
Hey, John Hamm, if I see you, you're gonna get one of these. Not a fan. Madman stinks.